BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
How do you rebuild all this? Black River residents survey devastation after Hurricane Melissa. The journey to Black River, a coastal town in Jamaica's southwestern parish of St. Elizabeth, has become a treacherous undertaking. This week, the community found itself bearing the brunt of Hurricane Melissa, a storm of unprecedented strength, ranking among the most powerful Atlantic hurricanes on record. The once familiar route is now an obstacle course of uprooted trees and lampposts. The debris from landslides, colossal potholes, and miles of thick, slippery silt left by severe flooding. However, the most daunting challenge encountered along the way is the pervasive water, transforming entire communities into flowing rivers overnight. These perilous conditions created widespread chaos on the roads leading to Black River on Thursday. Vehicles stalled in the rising waters, while police and army personnel struggled to manage the lengthy queues of slow-moving traffic in both directions. Scattered throughout the landscape is a scene of mind-boggling destruction to buildings and homes, many of which have been gutted or filled with a terrifying assortment of debris. As one approaches Black River, a place now described as ground zero for the Category 5 hurricane's catastrophic impact, it becomes starkly evident that nearly every structure has lost its roof. The town center, once a vibrant hub, now resembles a demolition site, utterly annihilated. Amidst the crumpled buildings and streets strewn with zinc sheets and other hazardous remnants of shattered roofs, residents are left traumatized, bewildered, grieving, and desperately seeking assistance. Families with children establishing makeshift shelters in bus stops and individuals sifting through rubble for sustenance are grim indicators of an escalating humanitarian crisis. Some had journeyed to Black River, the parish capital, from neighboring devastated areas in search of aid, only to be confronted by a panorama of utter devastation. Beverly Stevens, speaking through tears, recounted her survival of the storm with her son and elderly, immobile mother. She implored the Guardian to convey to the world that Jamaica needs help. Having sought refuge in a room with a reinforced roof, she described spending 3 harrowing hours with her son holding a door that the relentless wind seemed determined to rip from its hinges. The death toll from the hurricane, which inflicted the harshest blows on Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic, is currently estimated at 50, with 19 fatalities reported in Jamaica and 31 in Haiti. And this figure is tragically expected to rise. Communication networks remain largely inoperable across Jamaica and Cuba, meaning the full extent of the damage will likely take days to ascertain. The hurricane, which made landfall in Jamaica on Tuesday, tied a record set in 1935 for the most intense Atlantic storm ever to do so. According to the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, one woman in Black River shared her agonizing journey to the police station to report a death, while another, choking back tears, confessed to losing absolutely everything. Annette Royal, visiting Black River from the western parish of Westmoreland, reported that every single house in her area had been impacted. The country mash up, she lamented, detailing the urgent needs. We need food, we need water, we need shelter, we need everything to survive, because if we don't get all of things we will suffer in Jamaica. Aston McCaddy, a religious education teacher, emphasized the monumental task ahead, stating it would take billions upon billions to rebuild. Gesturing towards a demolished parish church across the road, he poignantly observed, "You are looking at hundreds of years of history, in one day totally destroyed. How do you rebuild all of this?" Nobody in Jamaica can say they have ever seen anything like it. In the nearby tourism community of Treasure Beach, residents were equally stunned by Melissa's unprecedented force. The storm had completely obliterated an entire beachfront restaurant, leaving no trace of its existence, and even dislodged tombs from their resting places. Alan Daly, a 67-year-old fisherman, reported that his house lost part of its roof and his boat sustained severe damage after a large shipping container smashed into it. "I am 67. I went through hurricanes, including Gilbert, and I have never seen anything like this," he stated, describing the wind as the hardest wind I ever felt in my life, noting that even the concrete foundation of his house could be felt moving. Owen Clark, a hotel owner now facing the prospect of rebuilding his properties for the second consecutive year, after damage from Hurricane Beryl last summer, appealed for increased support for businesses affected by these recurring natural disasters. "It's really bad. We don't have electricity. We need material like zinc, board, cement, steel, nails," he detailed. Tourists caught in the storm were also observed on the beach assessing the damage on Thursday. Sri Sudevi, from Islington in London, and her daughter Rachel Diamond, on a 2-week holiday, recounted their harrowing experience of having to flee their accommodation and seek higher ground as the hurricane's threat escalated, describing the people of Treasure Beach as strong, resilient, and friendly. Sudevi noted that her holiday had been wonderful before Melissa struck. Diamond, who had previously been stranded in Treasure Beach in 2020 during the COVID-19 crisis, expressed particular concern about communicating with her family in the UK due to the loss of power and cellular and internet services during the hurricane. However, she found solace in the community spirit, stating, "Treasure Beach people look after each other. They keep each other safe. So I knew that I was in safe hands. If I have to be anywhere for a hurricane, I'd be in Treasure Beach." Near the beach, Candice Dryden, a local chef leading a World Food Kitchen operation to provide hot meals and drinking water to residents without power or running water, shared a message of hope. "A warm plate of food will remind people that they're still home." She added, "We're just a little bit uncomfortable right now, but we still have each other and we're still here." Cooking with Love, Teresa Rodriguez Moody, the chief executive of the Jamaica Environment Trust, pointed to Melissa's intensity and slow movement as clear signs of climate change. She elaborated, "The science shows that while we may not see more storms overall, the ones we do get are becoming stronger, wetter and more destructive. Category 4 and 5 hurricanes are now more frequent in our region." She concluded, "For the Caribbean, this means more intense storms like Melissa, longer recovery times and greater social and economic strain. If global emissions aren't drastically reduced, these kinds of events will become more of the norm." As evening fell over St. Elizabeth, heavy-duty military vehicles, laden with mattresses and other essential supplies, were observed navigating the challenging roads, carrying what many hope will be much-needed relief for those grappling with the aftermath of Melissa.